Thank you for all being here tonight. We're here to support the Ballot Initiative, that being a manner through which, through the power of vote, democracy in action, we can hopefully empower, or allowed to be empowered, the voters of New York City to sanction and legally create a legal foundation for a new investigation for 9/11. There's a lot of reasons to have a new investigation. The most obvious being is that we haven't had one. The 9/11 Commission, as you know, if you've looked at Philip Shannon's book, New York Times writer, a book dealing with the 9/11 Commission, was recent, a bestseller. He makes very clear that the Commission was, let us say, compromised, politically motivated. Philip Zelikow, being its executive director, vetted whatever it is the Bush administration wanted in and censored what they didn't want in. The 9/11 Commission, Keenan Hamilton put out a book called Without Precedent, and they come right out and say the Commission was, quote, set up to fail. But really, from another point of view, we're facing a situation of the increasing likelihood of martial law. I didn't say that. Patrick Leahy, Senator of Vermont, said that. Recently, Halliburton, you probably have heard, subsidiary of Halliburton, KBR, which is the irreputable outfit that's building prisons throughout Iraq, was contracted through the Army Corps of Engineers to build detention centers in the U.S. Did you hear about this? You can look it up. Kellogg Brown and Root received a $386 million contract in January of 2006 to build detention centers under the potential, the reasoning that there may be an emergency influx of immigrants and or potential terrorists. That word, potential terrorists. And for any other purpose. It's a pretty wide latitude, open-ended contingency contract that is a fact, not the product of some paranoid fantasy around detention centers. The infrastructure is in place for ramping up of this kind of repression at home, and we know what's happening abroad. So the truth of 9/11, in a sense, a new investigation, could have the effect of forestalling martial law. We need to get a hold of our power as citizenry in this country in order to turn things around. And part of that leverage could quite possibly come from the truths that will be unearthed through a new investigation. This month of June coming up is critical. We need to get this requisite number of signatures in order to push this thing ahead through the highways and byways of municipal politics in order to do the unprecedented, which is to allow the people of this city to vote for a new investigation and actually create a legally sanctioned body with subpoena power that can get to the bottom of what happened that day. And if it turns out that 19 guys from Saudi Arabia outwitted NORAD and so on, so be it. But there is real cause for concern for anyone who has, and I put myself in this category, who spent some time looking at the questions, deducing the evidence, if you want to use that term, that's out there, coming to the conclusion that minimally, we need a real investigation to get to the bottom of this. Because it appears that there are elements within our own government, the intelligence agencies, the Defense Department, and other places who are at least complicit in what happened that day. This still is a shock for a lot of people. But I've heard the kind of reaction to the call for a new investigation. No, we don't want to go there. It's disrespecting the victims and so on. That, to me, is getting old. There was a crime committed. The perpetrators may still be at large. And they're not hunkered down in caves in Tora Bora being let go by the people who are ostensibly out to get them. So in any case, that's my bias. We each have our own way of viewing this material, but I think we can all agree that unleashing the power of the people in a democratic process for a new investigation is something that we can all abide with, and that's why we're here. In any case, tonight we have a pretty smoking program. We have Sandra Hicks, Jesse Richard, John Field. I think John Field has a personal family matter and may not make it tonight. Willie Rodriguez and Wayne Madsen, who I hear has some interesting information to lay on us, are here tonight. So without further ado, again, I thank you for all being here. Make sure you sign petition if you haven't already signed one. Sign our contact sheet. We need to stay in touch. We can do this. We can do this. We can make a way where maybe it doesn't seem like there is a way. We can do this, and we are going to do this. So again, thank you for being here.